Nevada, Blackpool, France, Jordan, Daytona Beach, Bonneville Salt Flats, Bolivia and Pendine Sands in the UK are some of the main locations where land speed record attempts are fought for. Between 1924 and 1927, Pendine Sands was at the centre of attempts at the world land speed records. In those years, the record was pursued with huge passion, won and held here. The sands are hard, flat and are best raced over a very thin layer of seawater. On the 25th of September 1924, Malcolm Campbell was the first person to attempt a land speed record at Pendine Sands in his Sunbeam 350 horsepower car, the Bluebird. He set a world land speed record of 146.16 miles per hour. John Godfrey Parry Thomas also chased the speed record with his car called Babs, and on Wednesday 28th of April 1926 reached a speed of 170.624 miles per hour. Sadly, Thomas lost his life when his car Babs crashed on the 3rd of March 1927, whilst aiming to take back his record from Campbell's last achievement of 174.223 miles per hour. End of Dunes is a translation of Welsh for Pendine Sands. For most of the year, it is a sleepy, unassuming coastal village in Carmarthenshire, Wales. Pendine is made up upon an old hilltop settlement and a newer settlement within the harbour. An invasion to the large caravan parks in summer months largely induces its population. Yet, the sleepy village of Pendine holds an existent natural secret. On its shores lies the longest stretch of flat sand in the whole of the UK, 7 miles of undisturbed flat sand. And twice a year, Straightliners events holds a Pendine Sands land speed record breaking event. The locals are welcoming and friendly. The pubs get totally invaded.
I'm Ketsy, pit crew and beer assistant.
I'm Jay, team owner and racer.
Stu, racer and media guy.
I'm Dean, team rider, bike washer.
Excellent.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
High five!
I'll just turn it on again. They've had a packet of crisps between them.
Come on, in a pack off. It's not happening. Doing a bit of enduro racing, off-road, then track racing. Anything that's good fun, anything that's good. It's a good crack. It's fast, dangerous. It's just good fun.
Vinegar feet.
I've been reading performance bikes since I got into biking. This feature was written by my friend John McAvoy, and I was reading it. I'd never heard of Pendine ever, and read the article. I thought, I'm not going to go at that. They also run the event in September. I chucked the bike in the van, drove 300 mile, signed on. It was actually amazing. So this is year 3. When you're on the bike, there's nothing else around you. So your sense of speed is ridiculous because you've got nothing to gauge it from. This year, I've been very lucky. A good friend, Dave Sevs, cheers Dave, has lent me his bike. That's a really, really nice thing to do. It's a CBR 1000 Fireblade 2012. The difference between the spec it is in now for beach racing and track racing is only we take the front brake system off completely. You don't need your front brake on the sand. You don't want any front end weight transfer on the sand.
Tag heuer are probably the best known timing equipment in the world, but it's a very simple system. As you run through the start beam, the clock starts and it gives you a time of day. As you run through the finish beam, it gives you another time of day. The clock deducts one from the other, and that is the time taken to cover that distance.
Oh, I've got mine.
I am.
There's 2 in my class. There's 2 in Dean's class. Stewie's alright, because there's only 1 in this class. So he's battling himself. Yeah, just wait and see. Hopefully they're going to be a standing 2-mile course with a flying quarter, so there's records there to be had. Hopefully, maximum like 2 each.
We have so many classes based on the Bonneville classes, which goes from, you take the frame, what's a frame type, engine type, fuel type, and the CC of the bike, so that splits it all down into the various classes.
What you'll get from that measured point is you will get a flying mile, which you've not done before. You've always had a standing mile speed trap method. That standing start will give you a standing 2-mile course with a speed trap at the end of it. Alright? So that'll be one record that's new to you that you will pick up. You'll pick up the flying mile, which is new because you've always done a standard, and you'll also pick up a quarter mile, which you're setting up on the inside. The idea is to run a quarter mile flyer today and a kilometre flyer tomorrow. So giving you all the options.
We get a new track every day created by nature, so we have to put all the marks in for the various distances. We have to pick the best place on the track that's the flattest for the riders. It depends on the ferocity of the tide. Funnily enough, the more ferocious the tide, the better the surface. If it's a very slow tide, it tends to be ripply, so you're looking for a fairly good tide. We tend to run when it's full moon, so you get the highest tides, and that gives us the best beach.
I'm afraid of places. Access illuminated.
I'm excited.
Oh, what's paintwork?
Come on, Casey.
I really don't think you're safest person to be doing that.
I'm alright.
Feels quite really like a wind up the back.
What?
That's cool going.
Excellent.
Make a sound from the quarter mile, from the ground of seas. Do you know how?
What?
No, what happened was, going along in the turn off, and it was a lot more, because it was deeper than I thought, because it was full of water, it looked okay. Bang, front end went down, took me up in there. When the back end went down, tyre come straight up, smashed through the bottom here. The hump went flying, and the battery sort of like ended up hanging down here, where it's rubbed on the tyre there on the rim. That was just literally hanging out like this when I came back. That's where it's rubbing on the tyre and on the rim.
Make a sound from the quarter mile, from the ground of seas. Do you know how?
Through the finish to the right, there's a blue van with a trailer on. Once you're through the finish, if you head towards the blue van and hold there, it's another mile on after the finish, so there's no rush to brake.
Different, not what I was expecting. Shaky at first, ground's slippy. Shitting myself to be fair, but got to maybe about a quarter of the way down, felt quite steady on it, wound it on a bit into 4th gear, probably halfway down course, thought yeah, this is alright, so top gear, wound it on and just ran out of track, got 104 first run, need to get another 16 mile an hour from somewhere now, so...
Absolute proper weekend. So the next year, same again, different class, different bike, got Dino to come down, he was riding my bike from last year, and again, cracking weekend. So this is year 3, so we've got another guy down, so Stu's down, 3 bikes, we've got 3 more records, and it's just, the whole atmosphere at Pendine's amazing, but everyone at Straightliners who run the event, they've been absolutely amazing with us all. They run a really good event, and it's just hassle free, there's not a lot of red tape. Get on, ride your bike as fast as you want, and that's just you versus the sand.